Good morning, Flare family. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you're all having a great weekend. It's been a long week, been a fun week. And as always, there's a lot of things happening and flying around on the Flare network, and how exciting it is. If you've been here on the journey since December 20th, 2020, it's been a long time coming, and it's just so great to see the things that are popping out and coming through on Flare. Today, I want to talk a little bit about, just take a few minutes and talk a little bit about Fassets from a collateral perspective. So we are currently in the process of testing Fassets, and if you have not done that yet, you can see I've got the docs up that I'm going to kind of talk through, but the Fassets, and I'll leave a copy of the link in the comments. But the Fassets are being tested right now, open beta. You got to have the Bifrost wallet. I would suggest you test it out, both minting and redeeming. It is a pretty easy process. And what I want to talk a little bit about today is the collateral. So Fassets are essentially just bridging non-smart contract crypto tokens like Doge, XRP, and BTC through the Fasset agent protocol, bridge protocol. You're going to have Layer Cake, which is another bridging protocol for EVM or smart contract cryptos that will be deployed and shipped as well this year. But obviously, everything's going to start with XRP, then BTC, and then Doge on the Fasset system. But the reason why that's important is it is a trust list, meaning there's no risk associated with bringing your crypto onto Flare. And you might ask, why would I want to bring my crypto on the Flare? Well, there is an incentive. First of all, you have XRP, you have Doge, you have Bitcoin. You already have it, and it's sitting in your wallet right now, probably not doing a lot. So Flare has built this protocol that says, hey, we need to incentivize people to bring their crypto on the Flare, specifically XRP, Doge, and BTC right now. What would be the benefit of doing that? And that is helping them get some utility through DeFi out of that crypto. And one of the first and biggest incentives is when you mint your crypto and bring it over to Flare as an Fasset, Flare, you're going to earn Flare crypto, right? You're going to earn Flare rewards. There is a set aside number in the tokenomics, and you can look in the docs and find the Flare tokenomics, but there's a set aside number of tokens to incentivize people to bring their crypto on the Flare and to use it in the Flare system, the Flare ecosystem. And the first thing that happens is when you mint your XRP, Doge, or BTC, you're going to start earning rewards as a result and paid out in Flare tokens. And I've talked about this before in other videos, but here goes the crazy thing about it, right? So you mint your XRP, you're going to earn Flare tokens, Flare rewards. You then can take those Flare rewards, and of course, you're going to earn airdrops through 26. You're going to earn monthly delegation and staking rewards. If you roll it all up in the Scepter, which here's Scepter, which is the liquid staking platform, you have an opportunity to earn up to an estimated 50% APY. That number fluctuates a little bit. But if you swap it or take it over to wrap it into the liquid staking platform, a Scepter, so now you've got that free Flare token that is paying you about a 50% APY. And that's just something you got free for bringing your XRP or your Doge or your BTC onto Flare and minting it as an Fasset. Once you take and get that Flare token, obviously you're earning, as I just went through, but then you can also do something called, you could take it and you could move it into the collateral position. You can use it as collateral. So that's what I want to take a few minutes and talk about today, because collateral, when these Fassets are minted, when they're minted, the agent, right, the one actually doing the minting, has to put up so much money in order to mint any crypto onto Flare. they have to provide their own collateral. And Hugo talks about this, and that's typically going to be a stable coin, USDX, I'm sorry, USDX. But then there's also an over collateral position in which that provides, again, it provides the trustless, the risk-free opportunity for people to bring their crypto on the Flare. And that over collateralization is actually provided by us Flare token holders. So I mint my XRP and get FXRP. I earn Flare rewards. I take those Flare rewards. I can then go to Scepter and convert it into liquid staking, or I can choose to delegate it myself or stake it myself. That's up to me. And then I can take that and I can use that as collateral. I can be a collateral provider, which will also earn me additional fees. And if you look right here, it says there's no eligibility or requirements apply. Anyone can be a liquidator. Anyone can be a liquidator and contribute to the health of the Fasset system and earn rewards in the process, right? The same thing applies to collateral providers. The same thing provides to collateral providers. So if you choose to be a collateral provider, anyone can participate in the Fasset system by providing native Flare tokens, right? So taking those free tokens that you just earned for bringing your FXRP or your BTC or your Doge, by bringing that on the Flare, you're earning free Flare tokens. Now you can take those and become a collateral provider, and you will earn collateral fees, okay? When you provide that collateral, and for as long as they remain locked in that pool, you're going to get what's called a CPT token, a collateral pool token, right? That gives you a share of every fee produced by Fassets minted using that pool. So when you get that CPT token, when you take your Flare and you become a collateral provider, you will receive a share, right, proportionate to how many CPT tokens you have to the total. So if you've got 10, there's 100, right, that percent you get, right? But you get a share of every fee produced by Fassets minted using that pool. So what are some of the fees? Well, if we are minting XRP or BTC, look at these fees. When you mint, right, you've got a minting fee, okay? When you mint, you have a minting fee. So I'm minting one lot, which is 20 XRP, right? I'm going to create 20 FXRPs. The fee, the cost for me to mint that is, in this case, 0.10 XRP, right? 0.10 FXRP, and that would be FXRP. That's the fee, or XRP is the fee that I'm going to be paying, rather. There's a reservation fee, all right? There's a reservation fee that's paid as a Flare token, right? So when I mint, I'm going to pay a fee for an XRP. I'm going to pay a fee in Flare. All right. Those fees go into a collateral pool. Okay. They go into a collateral pool. So when we come over and we talk about the collateral pool, those fees are going into this collateral pool. And these are docs. These docs right here, docs.flare.network. Again, I'll leave the links in the comments. But that collateral pool, those fees go to the collateral pool. And this is interesting. This is interesting, right? So this CPT token, right? Anyone can participate in the Fasset system by providing native tokens to this pool. In return, providers, we're collateral providers, because we're going to take those free Flare tokens we got from minting our XRP or Doge or BTC, or some we've already had. We'll take the liquid staking tokens. Check this out. Those liquid staking tokens that we have, if you already participate on Scepter and you have the S Flare, the liquid staking tokens, you can use those. You can use those and become a collateral provider as well. Okay. So we're going to take those. We're going to be a collateral provider. We're going to get CPTs, collateral pool tokens. So providers, you and I, receive collateral pool tokens, CPTs, as proof of a share, kind of like LP tokens, right? As proof that we provided to a specific pool for a specific agent. These CPT tokens are ERC20 tokens. right? Specific to both that agent and that pool. Now check this out. These CPT tokens can be transferred or traded. They can be transferred or traded after a certain defined time, right? Where they've got that liquidity needs to remain in there, that collateral needs to remain in there for a while. And the interesting thing about that, they talk about the CPT holders are entitled to a share of any fee that agent earns from minting F assets using that pool. And it goes into more in these documents. Okay, so look at these documents, read these documents, and you will see there is a significant opportunity for utility for your Flare token, for your SGB token, for your S Flare token. Significant, and a significant incentive to mint and bring your crypto onto Flare. Okay, I would keep calling this the infinity loop, the circular loop of passive income. When a provider withdraws fees, the debt increases by the same amount. So essentially, this is talking about your CPT tokens. When you put it in there initially, there's a time before you could pull it out. Essentially, you're accruing fees, right, from all of the minting, the selling, the collateral fees, the redemption fees, your earning fees, okay? These CPT tokens are ERC20 tokens, and this is pretty interesting. A secondary market for them is expected to develop. So pretty soon you'll be able to trade, as we said, trade those CPT tokens, transfer, trade them. If in the event they become more valuable than the F asset fee they represent, returning the F assets and paying off part of their fee debt might be more lucrative for providers. But again, what this is talking about is when you enter into the CPT pool and get your CPT tokens, there is an amount of time that you've got to stay in there before you can pull your CPT tokens out and, of course, get all your fees and so on and so forth. That's the time frame that's associated with the debt, if you will, right? There's a certain amount of debt of time. But what I find fascinating is the fact that these CPT tokens are ERC20 tokens. A secondary market's going to develop. They could become more lucrative, right? They could become more lucrative than the asset they represent. The same thing is the same dynamic is over here on Scepter's S Flare, the liquid staking token. Look at some of the enhancements that they made to their site. So you can see I started out with 34,034 S Flare, and if I were to pull it out, I'd have 34,167. So it's now showing my growth in my liquid staking. But one of the enhances that they've added to the site is the exchange rate, right? So it's showing you that one S Flare is now equal to 100.39. So this S Flare token, again, is also going to gain an appreciation in value to Flare. So again, we're sitting on some assets that are appreciating in value while we hold on to those, which is pretty cool. But I wanted to talk just briefly about the collateral pool, the opportunity that exists with this collateral pool, because the same thing exists with being a liquidator, right? So you have different roles that you play, that you can play in this F asset system, right? You can be an agent, which is the agent that's minting. If you got enough cheddar, you can be an agent, and you can put up the collateral in USDCX or USDX, and then you'll have to open up a collateral pool and get another from the community that would be putting in the Flare tokens. So you can be an agent, you can be a collateral pool provider and get those CPTs. They say, you down with CPT? Yeah, you know me. But so that's just one of the roles that you could play in this. The other role, and I'll talk more about that later. I don't want to really cloud things up, but there's also the liquidator role, and the liquidator you'd be using your F assets in order to step in and help an F agent who is potentially facing liquidation because their collateral has gone down too low, and the ratios and stuff like that. But liquidations is F asset liquidation. Again, it talks about that more. And again, I probably will do a different video. I don't want to cloud it here. This one was really about talking about the collateral pool and the opportunity that exists with the collateral pool. that opportunity that collides with this collateral pool is that there's fees. There's fees that are there's minting fees that are being paid every time you mint. These minting fees go into a pool, and we as collateral providers get some of those fees. Reservation fees, redemption fees, collateral fees, right? You will also, when you go to redeem, you're going to also see more fees, right? When you go to redeem, and let me show you this. Redeem, and you go to redeem, say, hey, I want my XRP back, right? Okay, what do you want back? I want 1 lot, 20 XRP, 20 XRP. Okay, cool. So there's a redeeming fee. And there's an executor fee, right? So those are fees as well that go into the pool. Again, it's good to be a collateral provider, right? Collateral has its benefits. Collateralization has its benefits. But again, the sick thing about this, guys, is we don't have to give up our tokens. We don't have to lock up our tokens. We don't have to lose our tokens. We don't have to give up our airdrops. We don't have to give up our delegation rewards. We don't have to give up our staking rewards. We can keep all of those, and then we can be a participant in the collateral pool, providing collateral and earning fees. All of these fees you see over here, you've got minting fees. These minting fees go to us. We are the collateral providers. And we can get all of that without having to give up our Flare tokens or SGB tokens. Kind of sick if you think about it. So everyone is testing out Fassets, the open beta, which I think is fantastic. But I'm already thinking about how I can start utilizing that S Flare, utilizing the tokens that I have, Flare tokens and SGB tokens, to earn even more tokens. The infinity, the loop of passive income that Flare provides. It's exciting. It's a great opportunity, and I think we're extremely early. Right now, Flare's price, I think, is like around 2.4 cents or something like that. It's sick. It's the low price. But I don't even care, because the accumulation and the compounding of opportunity that this token and this ecosystem provide are sick. That's the best way of putting it. It's sick, dude. But like, subscribe, share. Let me know your comments. If you got any questions, you see probably streaming on the bottom right now. You can find me on Twitter, Steve for Real Estate, but my handle is for a home loan, the number 4 a home loan. Used to be a lender, stopped doing lending, just do real estate now. But you can find me on Twitter, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. I'll be back doing some more. This is fun, man. This is fun. Take an opportunity to learn about this documentation, this Fasset stuff, learn about collateral, learn about liquidation, learn about participating in the open beta. There's going to be a retroactive airdrop for people that are participating in the open beta. Learn about liquid staking. Man, there's just so much out here, so much to do. I think I may have shown you guys this as well in another video, the Oracle Daemon, which is an actual provider. They're actually a provider. I don't have the site pulled up right now, but they're an actual provider to the FTSO and validator. And they have a site which shows you the 50%. Like, where does that 50% APY come from? It comes from an accumulation of the airdrops, which are around 20% or so, the staking rewards, which are around 16 to 20%, it just depends, and the delegation, FTSO delegation rewards. That's what makes up that 50%. So pretty interesting, pretty fascinating. I take that 50%. I then utilize those same tokens as a collateral provider or liquidator. And then who knows, maybe one day I'll have enough accumulated funds, because I'll take those and swap some of those tokens over for USDX. And then I'll stake those USDX for CUSDX and earn 8%, 4% from USDX, 4% from Flare, as long as the grant's available. And then maybe I'll become an agent and actually start providing some collateral from that USDX I've earned, and then start minting Fassets and become an agent. It's kind of like a bank. This is sick. Good stuff. Let me know what you have, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back at some point in time in the future. But I finally got a free moment to sit down and wanted to kind of talk through this exciting stuff that what's happening right now with Flare and the Fasset beta. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.